Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Mark chapter 4 and 5 and Matthew chapter 8, verses 14 to 34. So in Matthew chapter 8 and Mark 4 and 5, we see a series of events that show Jesus' power in every dimension of creation, from body to nature to spirit and even over death. These aren't just random miracles. These are deliberate signs that the kingdom of God is breaking into a broken world. It begins in Capernaum, where Jesus heals Peter's mother-in-law. She's sick with a fever, and with a simple touch, she's healed. And immediately, she begins serving. That detail shows how Jesus' healings restore people not just physically, but back to their purpose and back to their community. Matthew then summarizes, "He took our illnesses and bore our diseases." That's Isaiah 53, the suffering servant who carries our brokenness. Every miracle points to his role as Redeemer. And then comes the storm. In Mark chapter 4, 35 to 41, Jesus and his disciples are crossing the Sea of Galilee when a fierce storm hits. The waves crash into the boat and the disciples panic while Jesus sleeps. They wake him crying, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" Jesus rises, rebukes the wind, and says, "Peace, be still." The storm stops instantly. The disciples are amazed, not just at the miracle, but at what it means. Who then is this that even the wind and the sea obey him? The sea in Hebrew thought was to symbolize chaos and evil. By calming it, Jesus reveals authority that belongs to God alone, the one who commands creation itself. When they reach the other side in Mark 5 and the rest of Matthew 8, they meet a man possessed by a legion of demons. He's living among tombs, cut off from society. No one could bind him, but Jesus speaks a single word, "Go." And the disciples flee, or the disciples, wow, that was a Freudian slip. The demons flee into a herd of pigs that rush into the sea. It's dramatic, but deeply symbolic. The forces of chaos are driven back into chaos. The man is clothed in his right mind and restored, yet the townspeople, terrified, beg Jesus to leave. It's a recurring theme. Not everyone welcomes the kingdom when it disrupts their comfort. If we go back to the Western Shore in Mark chapter 5, we see how two intertwined miracles combine. Jairus, a synagogue ruler, pleads for Jesus to heal his dying daughter. On the way, a woman suffering from bleeding for 12 years touches Jesus' cloak in faith and then is healed. Jesus stops and said, "Your faith has made you well." Moments later, Jairus' daughter rises, but Jesus continues to the house, takes her hand and says, "Talitha kumi," which means, "Little girl, arise." She arises from death fully alive. These four scenes, the storm, the demoniac, the bleeding woman, and the little girl, together form one unified picture. Jesus has authority over everything, and he still does. That's it for today, friends.